People think the universe is big. Well, that's because they've made themselves look very small. And it's all a trick of the ego. It's all an illusion. None of it's true. A quantum physicist will tell you the same thing, that what we're seeing is not true. It's not real. And not only that, oneness is a myth. Because even in the illusion, you can't get away from the idea of oneness because it's all one, it's all connected. And you can't change any part of it without changing the whole thing. So it's oneness, even in the illusion, but we're replacing it with real oneness instead of the phony oneness of the ego. Because the ego tries to imit, and it's done a convincing job. The ego it's done a pretty convincing job because all the information that you get is telling you from the time that you're born to the time that you appear to die. Not that there's any such thing as death, but that whole time, every piece of information that you get is telling you that all of this is true. And A Course in Miracles is telling us exactly the opposite, that what we're seeing is not true. And by the way, that's why it's forgivable. If all of this was true, if all of this was real, you know what? It would not be forgivable. But it's because it's not true and that it's all false and that there's a reality for you to replace it with. That's why it's forgivable. And the reality that you're replacing it with is God in His kingdom.